guys, welcome to Svelte. This is your Easter egg chocolate dessert. I'm gonna go through the recipe with you, give you a little bit of the ingredients, and then we'll take it from there. You go to the store, you get all of your Easter chocolates, they're really bad for you, you gain weight, you regret it. Not today. So today I have a recipe that you're gonna actually enjoy and help your body at the same time. So first, and this is great for the kids by the way too, so you're dyeing eggs, you're having fun, let's make some chocolate so you don't have to go to the store. So we just need a bowl, we have some maple syrup that's warmed up, we have some coconut flour, not regular white flour, we don't want it bleached, we want it healthy. We have some melted cacao chocolate chips. Make sure that it's 75% or more because anything that has under the 75%, it's gonna be added sugars, added preservatives, and it's not good for you. So, I know that we have Peeps here. You're not allowed to eat those. That's just for show. And it should be at show in your house too. Okay, so we're going to scoop in this really thick, creamy almond butter. You don't want chunky, it's up to you. You could have chunky if you really wanted to. This is kind of like a Reese's Pieces, but for the good kind, for the healthy kind. All right, then we're gonna take this beautiful maple syrup that is warmed. You don't wanna over melt it. I'm just gonna show you right here. Because the almond butter is really thick, it is creamy. The more that you stir it with the maple syrup, you'll see that it starts to get a little bit thinner, a little bit more creamy. So we're gonna get this a little bit nice so that we can stir into it before we add the coconut flour. All right, I think we're good here. It's like very, very like when you put peanut butter in your mouth. Okay, so then we're gonna mix in here the coconut flour, and as you can see, we're just gonna give it a nice stir. It looks like it's nice and powdery. If your coconut flour has a little bit of chunks in it, you wanna make sure that you're getting all the chunks out of the peanut butter, or else you're just gonna get a really dry, not peanut butter, almond butter. You're gonna get a really dry bite of that, and it's not gonna be good. Then you're gonna feel like it's healthy. So we don't wanna feel that. All right, so we're gonna get that nice and good in here. And you can see that the flour has taken up all of the extra creamy almond butter along with the syrup. So it's kind of leaving the pan to where you can just swipe it out and it's empty. We're just gonna kind of mold it into a nice ball shape, kind of lay it out flat. And we're gonna use these as little cookie cutters. So we're just gonna take it and kind of push it out. Still kind of looks a little like a half egg, but we're gonna mold it into a nice little egg. There we go. And we're gonna put it next to our Peeps, which again, are just for show, not to eat. Too much sugar, not good for you. We're trying to be healthy. So I'm gonna lay it a little bit flatter. And the fun part about this is you could do it with the kids, you can have fun with it, you can make it into a different shape. It's good for around the holidays, any holiday. You could use a cookie cutter, put it into a candy cane for Christmas, however you like to get the mold to be a little bit festive. We're gonna take the Peeps off, because they're just for show, again. And I'm gonna place this in the freezer for about 10 minutes just to get it nice and solid so when we're dipping it, you don't have a melted, messy butter situation. So I'm gonna go put it in the freezer. Gonna let that sit there. And then for those of you who already have melted chocolate already prepped and ready, or if you have the chocolate chips, you're gonna place them in a little bowl, add a little bit of coconut oil. You're gonna time it in the microwave, but be careful because you don't wanna burn chocolate. If you just let it go and you leave it alone and you do it for too long, then you're just gonna get a really burnt like clump of chocolate. You're gonna wanna do it for every 15 seconds, put it in the microwave, give it a stir, put it again for another 15 seconds, and normally about 30 to 45 seconds, depending on your microwave, it'll probably melted and nice and creamy, just like this. So now that we have our chocolate all ready, we're gonna let the eggs chill for a little bit and we'll be back. All right, so our almond butter eggs have been nice and firm in the refrigerator or freezer, so I'm gonna go grab those really quick so we can dip them. Ooh. All right, so I had a little fun doing this. You could do it multiple different ways. You can get really messy with it. You cannot be messy with it. I'm gonna just go grab parchment paper because it's easier to freeze than letting it freeze on your plate. I'm gonna set that right there for you guys. Put it on the cutting board so we get it all nice and down. And then we're gonna start taking our chocolate. And I kind of do like a little bit of a teaspoon, spread it around, let it drip. I'm gonna flip it upside down and then take it and drip some more on top. So we have the entire egg covered in chocolate. If you let it just put it in the middle of the egg, everything will just drip down the center. So I'm gonna do this again and have fun with it. You can decorate it. I like to always take the chocolate, put it in the freezer for like another 5 minutes, and then you can take it out, and with some leftover chocolate, you can make pretty chocolate designs on it like they do in like the fancy stores. So we have our last egg here. Gonna smear some chocolate on it, flip it on the parchment paper. And you wanna use parchment paper. You don't wanna use any kind of plastic or aluminum foil because it'll be easier to take the chocolate off of the paper once it's all chilled from the freezer. Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of like paper and other nasty gooey things in there. Okay, so now that that is all done, I'm going to take this and somehow move a nice trick on here to put this on the piece of paper without ruining my eggs. And I did it. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the freezer. It's probably gonna go in for another 30 minutes to an hour. The longer you freeze it, the harder the chocolate gets. And then we'll be back. Okay, so the Easter eggs have been in the freezer. I did take them out in about 5 minutes, drizzled some pretty drizzle on it so I can show you what the after effect looks like. So we're gonna go grab those right now. Oh, they look so good. Okay, so as you can see, they are kind of hard, and because I had melted the chocolate together, so they are pieced together. So you could just kind of break them up however you like it. I'm just gonna leave them on here in the trio that they are. And then I'm gonna plate them really nicely with the peeps that are just for decoration. I know, I have to remind you guys, because they're just for decoration. And there you go, voila. So they're delicious, they're very, very creamy in the inside, healthy for you, and you would have no idea that they weren't store-bought, except for the fact that they stick together and they're not in aluminum wrapping. But for more videos just like this, click the link, subscribe to our channel, check out everything from Meredith and Grace to our workouts, and we'll see you on the next one.